How you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Could be 4th down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the gun on third down, Coleman. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, they're deep. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Cousins on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Coleman. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It was great just to see Danielle Hunter back on the field after missing all of 2020 with a neck injury. When he's on top of his game, book him for the Pro Bowl, and he'll always be contending for All-Pro status.
Trap 50.
On 3rd down, Coleman. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. back to throw. Coleman. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, Coleman. Going right back to Dotson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Cook. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, here's Cousins. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game with a curve attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Cousins now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Coleman. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 10.
That was a nice way to slam it. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dominic Dafney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This drive is almost over before it began. Thanks to a great defensive play. Sacked up, first down, followed by an incompletion. One more thing with it, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Cousins to throw it. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far. I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Looks like we got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the intercept. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Coleman. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Coleman. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw on second down. Coleman. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Running lanes rode a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Back to throw. Coleman to the right side and complete to Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on second down. Coleman. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On play action, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He's got it.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite of a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Coleman. Touchdown! Armani Rogers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes on that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. To the ground, Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch. I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, trying to do the tip-top. Like my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure if he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Cousins will try and throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Coleman escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's William Golston there who fought his way in to make the play.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Coleman. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 29 yards. And the Commanders have taken a fourth quarter lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing is Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And able to get this to the 31.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the 31, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. To throw on 3rd down, Coleman. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. on the very outer edge of field goal range. It would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Cousins. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Minnesota,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly? I've been